Hello, fire signs, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Welcome to your channeled messages. If this is the first time that you are listening to these, I like to tap into letters that could be significant for you and your person. Could be initials, it could be a combination of both of your names. And then we'll go ahead and see what names I'm actually able to channel and bring forward for the collective. And then we'll take a look at which zodiac signs might be prominent for the channeled messages that I am able to tap into. Could be sun, moon, rising, or Venus for either you or your person, or a combination of both of you. And then we'll go ahead and get into the actual messages itself. All right, so general advice as always, please take it with a grain of salt and see how it resonates with you, and release what does not make sense for you personally. All right, so let's get into it. Fire signs, starting off with letters. Here we go. D. C is presenting itself. H. I. N. V. W. B is presenting itself. E. G. R. And an A. All right, so those are the letters today. So if any combination of those letters makes sense for you, maybe there's something in the channel messages that I'm able to bring forward. So let me take a look at the names that I'm picking up. Deborah, could be Debbie or Deb. Chance is presenting itself here. Connie is coming through. I'm also picking up off of Conrad. Hillary is presenting itself. Van could also be Vanessa. I'm hearing Vanjie as well. That could be somebody's name. Will is coming through. Could also be Willa. I'm seeing it as W-I-L-L-A-H or W-I-L-L-A. William. Let's see what else here. Ian is coming through. I-A-N. I've actually heard that name pronounced Ian as well. So I guess it depends. But I'm seeing it as I-A-N-N. Bert is coming through as well. George is presenting itself. This is a first. Okay, I have not heard this in previous channeled messages. I'm hearing Allegra. I don't know if that's actually somebody's name, but that's what I'm hearing. Allegra. Ellen is also coming through. E-L-L-E-N. I'm also hearing Elena. E-L-E-N-A. Andrew is coming through. Could be Andy as well. Could be Andrea or Andrea. I'm hearing Reagan. That could be a first or last name. I'm hearing Elvis. Somebody could be an Elvis fan, but that could be somebody's name, of course. Dawn is coming through. That could be Donald. That could be Donnie. Nancy is presenting itself here. Nicole as well. Vinny is presenting itself too. I believe that came through from one of the other channeled messages for one of the other videos. Vinny came forward. Edgar is coming forward as well. I'm hearing Ramil, R-A-M-I-L, I believe, or it could be R-A-M-I-L-L-E. Lynn is coming forward. Linda as well. Brenda. Belinda also. Al could also be Alan, Albert. Charlene is presenting itself. I'm hearing Cadence. Kate as well. And various forms of Kate. Could be Catherine, could be Katie. I'm also hearing Nilda, N-I-L-D-A. Neil as well, coming through. N-E-A-L as well as N-E-I-L. And I believe that's it for the names. That's quite a few there. So take those if it makes sense. As far as zodiacs, I am picking up Leo. So another fire energy. You could both be fire signs. Aries is also coming through there. So fire energy, very prominent. Aquarius. Gemini. Scorpio. And Taurus. Okay, so those are the zodiacs. So Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus presenting itself there. All right, guys, so let's get into some messages for the collective here for fire signs. The very first thing that I am seeing has to do with lessons. So whenever lessons need to be learned, perhaps there were actions or behaviors that might have created either challenge or some sort of drama, or even a tower moment, if that makes sense. Something very challenging is what I'm picking up, but if you relate to that, there was a lesson attached to that experience, which really is very much like a tower moment in tarot. Somebody had to deal with karma. That is what I am feeling here. Either you had to, or the other person had to, or you both encountered consequences as a result of that situation. When it comes to that, I feel things might have been quite unstable between you and this person. They could have been in and out of your life. They could have been very wishy-washy towards you. Maybe they just weren't the type of person to create a stable environment in the relationship, or you guys had dealt with infidelity. I feel this person might have dealt with a past history of relationships that could have also been very challenging, and maybe they didn't take the time to heal from that. They really do need to focus on that healing in order to not have that be a repetitive pattern, because that could certainly have been the case for somebody. So some karmic lessons tied into that. You know, it could be a case of deja vu where either yourself or the other person kept experiencing something, and that's because the lesson was not learned. I feel that for somebody. Also pay attention to the songs that you listen to or might actually unexpectedly end up hearing. You could be out and about, you could be shopping in a store, and all of a sudden you hear a particular song that is significant for you and the person that you're thinking about. And when that happens, if it happens, just know that there's something guiding that experience for you, because they're thinking about you at that very moment. So I feel that for those of you especially who are at a distance from one another. And part of the reason why you might have parted ways from this person could have been because they were either, there could have been infidelity, there could have been cheating, or they just, I feel they might have kept things from you. It doesn't necessarily have to be an affair, but there were trust issues there. So if it wasn't an affair, if it wasn't cheating, they were either keeping secrets or they were hiding things from you. And perhaps you felt like you were just out of the loop. You were not let in on what these things should have been. And if you guys were in a relationship, that created a lot of drama there, I feel. But I do feel for some of you, it had something to do with infidelity in the relationship. But what I can tell you when it comes to those types of scenarios, if that's what you dealt with this person, karma definitely taught them a lesson, because they might have gotten themselves involved with somebody else, and that lesson was definitely brought back so that they had the opportunity to learn it. But I'm also feeling we have certain situations here where they didn't actually get the message, and so it keeps resurfacing, because those are repetitive patterns that they keep getting themselves into. So you might not even know that that's what's happening with this person, but I'm just instinctively feeling this is somebody that you were very drawn to at one point in time. Maybe you considered this person your soulmate or even your twin flame. There's this spiritual magnetic pull between you and this person. Perhaps you will always feel drawn to this person. They will always feel drawn to you. But something happened here when it has to do with trust, and it's got to do with perhaps their loyalty to the partnership, and they blew it. They blew it. And so if it's a repetitive lesson that keeps showing up, that's because the lesson was not learned. That is what I'm getting from that. So there's definitely this need to heal from that type of pain. And they do regret the fact that it even went in that direction. They've got a lot to say to you, but maybe now it's just too much water under the bridge, and they don't have that opportunity to express themselves at this point. Perhaps in time, that's a possibility if you're both open to it, or life might just find a way to be able to give you that opportunity to see each other again. Not that you'll get back together if that's just not in the cards, so to speak, but it might just give you the opportunity to see one another, to have contact, and to have that long-awaited discussion so that healing can finally complete. I get that for some of you. I feel for those of you who have experienced that, and if you are not in another relationship, if you're single at this point, I feel this is a really good time to give back to yourself, to just focus on loving you. And it's okay to be on your own. It's okay to be single. It is time for you to focus on your own healing and to take the time to learn whatever lessons you're meant to learn at this time as well. Also, for fire signs, be mindful of connections that you make where perhaps it just moves a little too quickly, too fast, too soon. It can certainly be a very intense attraction towards this person, but it could also be strictly sex, for lack of a better interpretation. So if you're not really looking for commitment, and if you're going into it with your eyes wide open, then fine. You know, two consenting adults, no worries. But if what you're looking for is love and a lasting, committed partnership, where they really do offer you what it is that you're looking for, then it has to go beyond just the physical connection. So just be mindful of diving in too quickly. regardless of how attracted you might be to that person. It's got to be more than just the physical connection. Okay, so that is what I am getting there for fire signs. Hopefully there's something in the messages there for Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius that resonate with you. And feel free to go ahead and cross-watch the other element channeled messages. There could also be something tapped into your situation there. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.